Now let's get into it. In the top center location, the red Vanguard player, we have Rusty Shacky. Already overcharging these servos, putting a barracks on the low ground, going to start walling off this natural. And in the bottom right position, we have FrankSriracha Jr. A blue Infernal player, looks like effigy's going down. We're going to go for a Shrine first build. Probably feels a little bit safe on this map because it is a 3-player map, so there is a bit of randomness here. His opponent doesn't immediately know where he is, so Frank probably feels safe putting that expansion down first. This imp is likely going to build an Iron Vault, which it does. This is FrankSriracha Jr. though, not to be confused with FrankSriracha III. FrankSriracha III was, or is, Frank's kid, who for a minute went on a bit of a rampage on the ladder, reaching all the way to Masters 1. For a while, people got them confused a little bit, but FrankSriracha III is the child of the blue Infernal player here, FrankSriracha Jr., who you know and love from casting tournaments and just random games on the ladder, and we get to watch Frank play ladder every now and then. But going for an expand first into a 1-1 opening. We've got the Iron Vault on the high ground, the Conclave on the low ground. Across the map, this wall is finished with a barracks, a BK lab. We have a Exo inside of this flak cannon. It appears like Rusty is going to be expanding here for a moment. Now, Rusty is a bit infamous in the community because he plays Stormgate primarily on a Steam Deck, which is quite funny, but he unironically has a pretty solid Vulcan Hornet build that he runs with a Steam Deck, so we'll see how it comes together. Frank making Gaunts and Brutes. Looks like we're going to go for a Gaunt Scout, which is a bit of a choice because Gaunts cost Therium, so I'd much rather scout with the Brute. But Frank's sending out these Gaunts, going to go try to find where Rusty is. On this map as well, you've got a line third. Every player has a line third, and so for Infernals particularly, you can take your natural by putting effigy down, like 2 effigies, and you can get your natural down, and then another 2 effigies. You can put one here, and it'll bridge across here to where you can put your third down as well. So it appears Frank's Gaunt is here. Frank does know that Rusty is up in this top center position. Rusty now building those mech bays. Soon we're going to get some Vulcan production shortly, even though we're still on tier 1, still on a command post, central command.
Dimensional rift detected.
I'm sure we'll get started.
A Stormgate will activate soon.
First Stormgate spawns, and it is in the middle, so both players will have a very equal distance to get here to contest if they'd like. Frank looks like he's going to already send some Gaunts out. This Gaunt's going to come back and heal. Frank banking a little bit of money here. I would have liked to have the third already started. In the current meta, I think you're pretty safe to take the third before you even make units, unless you're getting attacked. But Infernal buildings take quite a long time to build, so I'd rather get this started earlier than worrying about this, because if you don't have a third base and something goes wrong with this Stormgate, it's going to quickly snowball in your opponent's favor. But Frank takes the Stormgate uncontested, grabs a Faerun out, so we will have some extra healing power, and for now he's just going to walk back home and continue to macro up. The third's down. I like this. Meat farm's already here, which means a fourth should be coming soon. He may have already paid for it because I saw some money go away, or maybe he just made some workers, but kind of same principle with the third. Like, the third's not even done, but I'd be putting this fourth down just because they take so long, and you can kind of do all that while you also do this. So Frank's going to walk across the map and maybe start trying to put some pressure down on Rusty, who's completely walled in. I guess to get out of here, Rusty's going to have to sell this flat cannon. We'll see if and when that happens. Are we tier 2 yet? We are. So the central command is done. We have double mech bay. These habitats can be upgraded into, forgot the official name, solar habitat or something like that, to increase the production of these, which I'm sure will come. The flat cannon gets sold, so a couple extra dollars in Rusty's pocket. It's going to go towards a double hangar bay. Maybe we'll see some drops, or more than likely just Hornets. Frank here going to potentially poke the front, but it didn't happen. He's checking the third location here, and we're going to get a bit of a skirmish in the front. Rusty quickly realizes he cannot win this. He's going to go back home. Servos get overcharged, but they're not repairing. They're going to just rebuild the wall. That makes sense. You know, you're not to where you want to be yet. Vulcans are coming. Again, Rusty playing on a Steam Deck here. The power of this build is just making this army that requires little micro. And so he doesn't want to fight yet. He's going to go hide. Frank's got the 4th started. This map is always interesting to me, whether or not people take the center bases or try to sneak a more protected, you know, stealing this extra starting location. Let's see, back home we have double Twilight Spire, so tier 3 should be coming soon, and I wonder why there's 2 of them. When Frank tested this map, he made comment that he did not like the tank ledge in the main base, and here comes a Harbinger, so maybe he's going to try to exploit that. Maybe he's got a little bit of map knowledge here that he wants to try to exploit, or just see if it is OP. Rusty, though, no stranger to this map, because this map was heavily inspired by the map Machu Nui, which was a 3-player map in the mobile RTS AC's Battle Runes, which is actually where I met Rusty. So happy that the Stormgate community has welcomed in members of other communities, and AC's is dead and gone, so this is kind of our way paying respect to that game, was remaking this map and making it Stormgatery. But the double Harbinger getting loaded up, surprisingly not the Hellborn. These ledges here, all 3 races, their siege unit, be it the Hellborn, the Saber, or the Atlas, can all 2 of those units can reach the main from this ledge. So it is really powerful, but he's going to keep the Hellborn on the low ground and continue to siege the main. The Vulcans dash forward, but the Hellborn are just eating them alive. Farron getting some nice heals in, and this main may be as good as dead. This sad Magmadon's going to get... Oh, the Magmadon does win against the Vulcan, but then the Hornet cleans it up. This Vulcan chilling on the low ground, about to come join the fight. On the low ground, we're sieging away, and in comes some Gaunts and another Hellborn. We've got another Stormgate that has spawned here, but these players are ignoring it because we have players interacting with each other, and I love to see that. I'd much rather see that than fighting over a map objective any day of the week, and I like what we're seeing here. The mass repair on the central command is going to be enough for now to outkill the damage, but all these servos are just getting eaten alive by brutes and by the Hellborn. Another Vulcan pops out, but Vulcans in small numbers are kind of hit or miss. It's a positioning game. You really need either a mass of Vulcans or they need a front line that's going to keep them alive. These Hornets should be able to clean up what's left in the main, but down in the natural, we're also getting overrun as the Gaunts come in. They're spreading the curse, which means these servos are dying, and we're getting phantom spawn from their death. The natural command post is going to go down, and even though these Hornets are putting in work and they're getting kills, there's just not enough of them to really hold on. And even if Rusty's able to hold here, Frank's bank is just stacked. So Frank with the double drops, FrankSriracha, too spicy for the snow map. Rusty calls GG, and that it was. Thanks for playing the map, guys. Good game.